California and the Midwest. Not many people know that seeing unidentified lights in the sky goes back over a century when the first UFO flap, a grouping of UFO sightings made over a specific area within a few months, occurred over 100 years ago in the waning years of the 19th century. It all began when a mysterious unidentified light was observed by hundreds of people moving slowly over Sacramento, California in November of 1896, apparently moving against the wind at a leisurely 30 miles an hour. It was seen again a week later, this time over San Francisco. By the end of the year, hundreds of reports of the Ting were coming in from all over the Pacific coast, creating a media frenzy. After a 2-month absence during the winter of 1896 to 1897, the mysterious object, described by some witnesses as being suspended beneath a dark cigar-shaped craft, reappeared over the Midwest, where it was reportedly seen from Nebraska to Michigan and from Minnesota to Texas before abruptly disappearing for good in April of 1897. Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. On December the 9th of 1965, a large, brilliant fireball was seen by thousands in at least 6 states and Ontario, Canada, as it streaked through the night sky, eventually coming down somewhere near the small Pennsylvania town of Kecksburg. Assumed at the time to be an especially large fireball, a meteor of unusual brightness, residents were concerned when the army quickly converged on the area and were seen to haul away some kind of bell-shaped craft from the woods, again fueling speculation that the government was up to its old tricks again. Some later speculated it was a crashed Soviet satellite, though this remains hotly disputed by ufologists to this day. However, it should be noted that recovering a Soviet satellite during the height of the Cold War would explain the reason for the heavy-handed army presence and the secrecy. Captain Thomas F. Mantle. In what might be the first fatality directly attributed to an UFO, Air National Guard pilot Captain Thomas F. Mantle crashed his P-51 fighter while in pursuit of an unusual object in the skies over Kentucky on January the 7th of 1948. Flying without oxygen at high altitude in pursuit of a silver disc-shaped craft, he apparently blacked out when he tried to get closer to whatever the thing was, with tragic consequences. Later, investigations suggest that what Captain Mantle may have been chasing was actually a large skyhook weather balloon, which can take on a disc-like appearance when seen from below and has a highly reflective silvery surface to boot. If that's the case, then Mantle was a victim of his own zeal and disregard for Air Force procedures in flying above his safe maximum altitude, demonstrating that presumption may be more dangerous than extraterrestrials. The incident did manage to change the public perceptions of UFOs, however, leading some people to see alien visitors as potentially dangerous rather than the fun-loving little green men they have been assumed to be up to then. Iran, 1976. Up until 1976, the complaint had always been that UFOs seemed remarkably resistant to being spotted on radar, implying that they were more imaginary than extraterrestrial. That all changed, however, when in the pre-dawn hours of September 19, 1976, Iranian jet fighters were sent to chase after a wildly maneuvering UFO in the skies over Tehran after several radar stations picked it up. Even more impressive, the craft affected the jet systems directly whenever they drew too close, rendering their electronic equipment inoperable and in one case even causing one jet's weapon system to fail completely as it closed to fire. The incident is regarded as one of the premier UFO encounters ever recorded, not only due to the quality and preponderance of evidence, but because of the direct impact it had on the instrumentation and radars of several different aircrafts involved in the pursuit. So that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Until the next video, goodbye.